tap is controlled to Seton Hall.
Timmy B right now. The Cards. Louisville goes. A lot of ball screens. Both clubs do a good job of it. Michael Enzi, terrific slipping. What a nice find. Mama do.
Mamu Kelishvili.
How about that cut and the compliment?
Mamu Kelishvili, right out of the gates. This is a young man that made his way from across the pond, and we're expecting big things out of him as the season goes on. A greater inside presence certainly needed for Seton Hall with the loss of some outstanding talent, as you well know.
To me right now, a little matchup, 2-3, a bite on the pump.
Perry inside, and a quick rebound taken down by Michael Enzi.
Nice kick.
Beautiful find. Powell on the wing.
In the early, that's where you've got to find Powell. Dynamite the open floor.
At 40 against Grand Canyon.
I shook hands with him, was still hot.
They're trying to find their second scorer on this team.
I think it's going to vary game to game, Tim. It just seems to be that type of lineup. Enzi very good around the rim. Very clever.
That would remind you of some outstanding play that they got in the past from the likes of Delgado. It's hard coming into this building and not seeing Carrington, Delgado, Sonogo.
Exactly.
So much of that talent.
Like old suits. Get accustomed to them. Little full court pressure, back it up, make it loose. Nothing going with 13 on the clock. Got to go to the rim. Or shoot that as well. Very guy who's very good at turning the corner. Gets to the rim very well, makes those free. Moves around the rim, the Euro step, etc.
Darius Perry, young man out of Marietta, Georgia.
A lot of ball slips, you'll see. Ball screen slips. That happens.
Miles Hale out of Middletown, Delaware.
33% from three. And you're looking for somebody to ring the bell. That certainly helps.
Yeah, he only had one bucket against Miami, and what was a very important win as well for the Hall.
Nice kick.
Sutton with a beautiful dish. Here he is with Enoch on the offensive glass, but he can't get it to go. Pulled away by Enzi, but I think
Chris is from there. The guy is an amazing teacher. Wins. Nice little step in.
Inbound steal by Powell. And had a tremendous tie with the Louisville program and Rick Pitino, of course, as well at one time.
Big shoes to fill when you think of Carlissimo,
Raftery. Yeah. What was that, 11 years you held on to that, John?
Oh, my God.
My goodness.
They didn't look at results. Very good low post play. Likes to bounce. Got hooks, Enoch. Very tough around there. I think that gives him a nice presence.
Mamu Kelishvili actually did a nice job defensively there.
They do a nice job of finding trail people. They're looking for Powell. Good cover.
There's the kick out to Powell.
Sutton with the tough match here.
Street line draw. Rejected by Enoch.
End up with the big fella.
McKnight triggering it into Enzi. And that's going to be a reach-in foul.
He thinks offense, really has a great feel for the game. Tough four-man matchup for people.
His game inside gets better, and Enoch is a key to that. They're going to be even more of a difficult team to solve as the season wears on. Shot clock down to 5. Hale's going to have to do it on his own. Stripped away. Beautifully done by Wara. On the other end, nice help. Cunningham.
Quincy McKnight offering it up as well.
I think we can call him Mamu Kelishvili. We can go Sandro now. That ball's knocked away. Kelishvili's a Sandro now.
Sure. As long as the folks don't call. A long distance amount.
4 missed layups early on for Louisville, but they have been well defended.
A nice little high-low here.
Almost a carry by Enoch. Working on Sandro, goes to the left hand. That's a beautiful move.
He's got some talent down low. He just like his style. I don't think Chris wants him to go to the rim. Don't be fading away with those hooks.
Constant motion, Powell. Up and over Perry.
Strength.
he knew he wanted another run, and he had been in contact with Chris. He told me about the potential. If he landed a certain job at a certain time, would he be willing to come back? Shows, I think, a lot of security on the part of Chris to bring in a scribe like him.
Absolutely. A little pressure again to make him use clock, and forward thinks offense. They need him to light it up. That's a well, lucky he didn't intercept it. 4 on the floor. 3 or 4 transfers they had. Brad situation.
Impact transfers too. Here's Cunningham with the clock at 4, and it won't fall. But there's again outstanding work by Enoch on the offensive boards.
Nice job. Ooh, almost a
5-second
whole ball situation. Yeah, the only time you can do it. Doing a nice job trapping and taking away passing lane. They got a foul.
High school Ryan McMahon. Watch for him from downtown. A great catch and shoot guard.
Let's get it out of the way. Out of the way. You know who recommended him? Dick Vitale.
Dick Vitale in Sarasota, which is his home.
He can make shots too. Nice again. You got to come up with those opportunities.
He called Patino about him. He sure did. He'll see him in high school in Sarasota.
He's mixed his game up too. He can really drive it much better.
Yeah, he's become much more of a complete player in the time that he's been at Louisville.
Nelson on the floor, really going to be a nice looking player. Little lefty stroke, good feel for the game, good passer, nice cross.
Powell.
He didn't have much room, did he? That's what Coach HL is going to end up. We did, it didn't work.
Here's Anthony Nelson checking McMahon, as you mentioned. I think he went out of bounds. He did. Lost. He's moved from like the 4th option to the 1st option, and he's handled it well.
But even he's #1 in terms of shots that he can take and permissible opportunities without those aforementioned seniors.
A little runner from Nelson. Tipped in on the offensive boards. Enzi.
I think Enzi right there. He is terrific on the glass. But they're really having a tough time penetrating and not really attacking.
That's the shot McMahon wants.
That's one you can't let him have.
North taking a seat, averaging just over 24 a game coming in.
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass here, Seton Hall. They're going to pay for it. On a back screen pop, like any good shooter, McMahon excellent going without the basketball.
Oh, Nelson really in McMahon's kitchen. Here comes the pop out from Akoy. Agau, the Georgetown transfer. Seton on the dribble at SMU.
Red light coming back to
After being at Georgetown, called several of his games there. 24 years of age today, by the way. Akoy Agau. 15-7, Seton Hall, an 8-point lead for the Pirates.
Sutton made those free throws. Does a nice job on feet. That's once again the ability to get it in the row.
Torian Thompson.
And no cover from the rear.
The Syracuse transfer is into the scoring column.
He is a key guy for this season, I think. As he grows, certainly going to help this guy. Look at that man.
Points from paint now belonging to Seton Hall, too. Maybe to 2 in that category, and I think that's steps. Well, they've been all year.
And Louisville really sluggish in a way right now. I like the way they played against Tennessee. You know, Graham Williams, of course, had Schofield. And of course, Marquette. Nice penetration again. That's what he can do. He is clever, and he's excellent going to his left as well.
And that's what Kevin Lillard wants to see from him, too. He'll put it on the deck and take it to the 10. Man fell. The Seton Hall defense has been tough, especially along the perimeter. McMahon, not much room to shoot.
Yeah, they know, well scouted. Williams on the floor now can do some damage offensively.
DJ King into the game. Oh, the bank is open early
a little kiss,
in Newark.
A little kiss.
Available. His confidence has been shaken early in the season, Bill, and they need him to play big, Louisville. There's another one off the heel from downtown for Roden. Jared Roden into the game.
Not shooting it as well from deep. Over 2,000 points in high school.
There's 4 playing the nylon song. Young man from Huntsville, Alabama, and transfer from Richmond. These are complimentary players that they picked up late after Chris Mack got in there. They're going to play big roles for this Louisville team in the ACC if they hope to be in the upper division.
Under the better one.
Sutton with the rebound. King again. Missed everything. Out of bounds.
stress two things. One, getting on the backboard. 7 offensive rebounds for Louisville, and transition defense. Stress both of those. Back to you, Tim.
Indeed, those offensive rebounds have not been converted as much as he'd like. As you see Williams just into the game.
He can shoot it.
Malik.
The big fella not going out to tag. That hurts. And Gill, the foot coverage, but he's very good around the rim. He catches things, can tip.
Little 7-0 scoring run here for the Cards. It's 19-14.
Not a good look here. Leave your feet.
EJ comes out of there with it.
Ball screen as the big guy doesn't cover real well.
4 not there. Ripped down by Gill. He's got some good size. They can set some picks and run alley-oops for him as they attempted to do a moment ago. Here's Kale on a dribble drive.
He's some athlete, this kid. Very strong. Good offensive rebounder, too.
You know, last year when Desi Rodriguez got hurt, he had to play about 3 games in a row, and his confidence grew.
Changes everything for them.
You know, in our pregame, Chris Mack was talking with Andy Katz, and he said, you know, the thing he loves about playing against Kevin Willard, so familiar with him, is it's about toughness. You've got to be, they're very, very similar in their approaches and philosophies about the game.
Well, this is a settle. Even if it goes
is
in,
it ever? But it does go in for Dwayne Sutton.
He's a player. Tough kid.
And suddenly, Louisville just down by 4 as we've reached the halfway mark of the first 20.
A little box set and a duck in. They did a pretty good job initially, Seton Hall, but didn't cover deep.
Sutton's active hands gets the
I can.
Thompson has been really effective at driving in these situations.
A tough shot.
Was it ever? He goes crying off the front iron, and it's pulled down by Wara.
Boy, be willing to eat it. Sutton again. Nobody comes out and guards it. The line you're on as well.
Nelson back on the floor along with Powell, Mahmoud Kalashvili, NZ.
There's a little ball screen on him. He does a great job on his rubs to get that look.
Off the heel this time, though.
Nice hustle. Kalashvili, we're going the other way. No question about it. He's on a run.
Herman got that win at Villanova, and of course the Wildcats have gotten better since. And Buffalo beat West Virginia at West Virginia.
For the Martins and count on that. He has done nothing yet, and he's their scorer, Wara. Ooh, not a good look here.
No, the spacing simply wasn't there.
No.
And here comes McMahon the other way. What a pass! And great defensive work by Mahmoud Kalashvili. Boy, Sandro is playing big on the defensive end. Powell. SEC title game. We mean that other one.
Exactly. Yeah. And this kid has played against adults, and that's what makes him understand the game a lot more.
22-20. Seton Hall. Louisville has never led in this game, but they are in the midst of a nice run, trailing by 2.
A little bit of a matchup now. You got to be careful of Wara. Very active, searches shots, and this kid can stroke it. But
he's missed his first 3 though since coming into the game. He's also having to check Powell on this end of the floor. That can disturb your stroke.
And he can elevate over it too. How about that? That's the difference in this game, I think. You think he could force him to put it on the deck? Accomplished at the rim.
9 in the game for the Trenton, New Jersey native, Trenton Catholic, Miles Powell. On the deck again with Wara. McMahon gives it up to Cunningham for 3. And there's Sandro again with a nice rebound.
He's done a great job.
Look at that. Look at that. See what I mean about stretch 4?
Yeah, with the right.
Wow.
He's using a bounce.
26-20 to Hall. Really outstanding crowd for this early in the day in Newark, New Jersey.
I'm watching Kevin Willard. He's looking for the calls at the other end. It's comical. He knows exactly what's being run. They've played against one another enough.
Oh, yeah. 16
good gamble here.
16 points in the paint, though, for Seton Hall. That's McMahon again using the ball fake this time. Great distribution to Wara, but it's too.
For the Zags. And no Tilly yet.
No Tilly yet.
And the ankle, stress fracture. So they think when the conference play starts. At least that's what I read.
Real test coming for Creighton, too, in that game. And our friends Justin
nice
Tucker.
slip again.
Marshall will have that. There's Enzi again inside. Knocked away. Really good defense by Louisville there.
Little late. but effective.
Louisville close to within one, but since then have given up 5 unanswered.
Nice job here using Enoch. See what he does. He loves to bounce both hooks, right and left.
Cunningham gives it up to 4.
Boy, this defense has been terrific.
In the paint. Ooh, that looked like a lot.
Plays around that rim.
You know, in many ways, Bill, and you've been around the program for years, even after you coached with TJ and now with Kevin. I thought that last class that just graduated gave the foundation, and now there's a comfort zone with where this program is. It's recruiting like dynamite. Next year, got 2 of the best players in the country coming in.
Great evaluator of talent, too. A little nickel
Place apparently between Anthony Nelson and Kristen Cunningham. High pick and roll by Gill, but nothing there. They have to give it up. Nice option to Kale. Can't get it to go. How about that? He stayed with it.
He's amazing around that rim. He plays bigger.
Using the left hand that time with the follow.
Oh, not a good foul.
Well, the numbers really picking up in the paint with that follow by Kale. 18-2 now. Seton Hall in the painted area.
I think Enoch's got to get some touches inside for this team.
He's been really good when he's had it.
Yeah.
Shot clock under 10 again, Bill.
There's the screen and roll.
Perry, left shot. Gets it to go.
How about that? That's a big-time delivery.
It was. With the clock winding down and no other options. 28-24. That's 5 in the game for Darius Perry.
Reed ball screen slip.
Inside Gill. That's going to be an offensive foul. Perry, by the way, back in the starting lineup after coming off the bench against Marquette. Scoring 4 points, started the first 4 games before having to come off the bench. There's a great pass and a tremendous delivery inside by Enoch.
Never saw the ball defensively. Not good at all.
Once again, Louisville claws to within 2. Every time they have, Seton Hall has had a quick burst to extend the lead back to 6 or 8. Nice. Powell, a step back 3 off the ball fake. And there one. Sutton with a quick release. Numbers 2-on-1 to Enoch.
That'll ring the bell. Bad shot. Those corner jumpers lead to fast breaks.
And we're tied at 28. From 12 down, we're now tied.
One thing about Powell, you give him the liberty of taking some bad shots. Defense looks like it stepped up for Louisville.
Nelson. This is
That's what he does. He knows.
He dropped a dime, and it was flushed by Gill.
And they don't get back. Oh, not a good pass.
Nelson comes away with it. Numbers again. 4-on-2. Enzi. Easy Enzi. 32-28 Seton Hall.
Nothing like experience. NC wire to wire, filling that lane. Great acknowledgement. With an errant pass on the baseline.
And again, after tying the game this time, a quick burst from Seton Hall.
Once again, the little matchup.
Perry off the bump. He likes the contact.
He doesn't mind it at all. Not too bad that post area.
Darius now with 7, and it's 32-30. Very entertaining game here to open our triple hitter on Fox.
The 2 bigs together right here. Gill and Enzi.
Why not? Off the heel this time, and it's ripped down by Darius Perry.
And Laura really silenced totally, and yet Louisville right there.
Sutton strong. Oh, indeed, using the left hand. 32-30.
Some toughness about that kid, isn't there?
Yeah, we're tied now, just like that. A lot of counter-punching taking place now from an offensive standpoint.
Baseline rubs.
Well, since Malik Kelly left the floor, Louisville's been able to go inside a little more. Easy with an answer on the baseline.
How about the patience there?
Yeah.
Back to the basket. Let the traffic subside. Big time delivery.
Be interested to see if Louisville is able to go back inside again. Since Sandro left the game, they've been a little more productive in the paint.
Nice job with this trap. Read and recover.
And the turnover. Him on the floor, really Louisville could not do much inside, and since he left, they've been very effective. Enzi, by the way, 4 of 4 today in his last 2 games. He hasn't missed. He's 12 of 12. And there's a return to sender and a foul they have, and especially his being one of them. It's made a big, big difference for Chris Mack in his first year.
He runs the floor, not bad around the rim.
That was 34.
At the end of your career, too, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
You're going to give everything you can. Contributing, he's very blessed to have that 6 year.
Yeah, you're not worried about the next big thing. You're just enjoying where you are.
That fadeaway one-handed shot reminds me of Patrick Ewing last year. When did you practice that shot?
This is Louisville now seeking their first lead of the day. They've been tied on a couple of occasions. Warren not there. It's pulled down by Nelson.
He's got to let the game come to him.
Powell. Driving baseline, now needs help. Risky pass, but he completes it. And there's a drive by Nelson.
How about the ball fake? Everything but by Nelson. Oh, wide open, the old Globy look away.
Yet again, Louisville with a chance to take its first lead. Kristen Cunningham operating at the point.
Got to stay at home in the corners.
Sutton's been a quality find. Yes, he has.
Well, he can really take over the little things, taking advantage.
First lead of the afternoon for the Ville. 14-point swing since trailing by 12 earlier. You see the time remaining in the shot clock differential. Powell can't get it to go. Loose ball, though, and 4. Juan 4 comes away with it. Now the 2-second shot clock differential.
See if they can get Warren involved just a little bit, get his head into the game for the second half.
Go with a 1-4 set.
Probably a run out. What do you think? Run out? Pick and pop. Do better than Warren. Push off.
The chicken wing was
defensively to Louisville. Don't get a head start. Plenty of time to get to the rim.
End to end. Nelson blow by on King, and he's rejected. Nice work by Agau.
Basically said he's had a little blurry version at the beginning of this game. When he was looking at the stat sheet, I said, what jumps out at you? He said, it's Sutton. 2 big threes. He got them back in this game. We got to do a better job on him.
Indeed. And there's some right as we come back to live actions. It's Warren with his first bucket. So they saw at halftime Chris Mack did what we did in the box score, and they address it on the very opening opportunity of the second half. 38-34 Louisville.
And that's the experience on the bench. Get him involved, get his head in the game a little bit. Nice hesitation by Quincy, who had the foul problems.
Enzi in trouble, but makes it happen over Enoch. Enoch's a little upset with himself. He stayed on the ground, didn't go up in time to knock it away. All with a little full court action. Took an extra step. Yep.
Right. There's a lot to be said for it.
Not enough of these games. You know, the connection between Kevin Willard and Rick Pitino had a lot to do with this series taking place. And Bill, I love seeing these kinds of games on schedules in December.
I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, they're going away.
Yeah, I don't think with the 20, nice little slip. This kid does that. What an extra pass.
Big time. And there's Sandro Mahmoud, who was a major factor on both ends of the floor. When he sat down, Bill, in the last 6.5 minutes of the first half, Louisville went on a 16-8 run.
Well, they had to take him out with the 2 fouls, save him for this run.
Here he is with a body on Enoch down low.
Nice help.
It's just harder down there. I think he may have. Gets that one to go. 39-38, Louisville by 1. 90 seconds gone here in the second half.
Kirby's really done a nice job.
Oh my God, that second guy for Powell. There are going to be some nights when it needs to be this night.
Well, that's really good play. Nelson's going to be very good as the year progresses.
41-39.
Impressive. Again, the arm extended.
Showing some savvy on the defensive end. So the Hall, 3 out of 3 from the floor to open this half. After falling down by 4, now lead by 2.
They switched this little slip up top.
Powell cradles it inside the painted area.
That's That's what makes him more attractive. Doesn't have to rely on that deep thrust.
He's into double digits now with 11. Bora in traffic, needs help.
Nice rotation. Again, less than 20 before they get into anything. Nice hands.
Ooh, and even better hands.
To charge. A lot of guys spin right back into that body.
Where do you get your hands on, by the way?
Usually it's a shot if I got my hands on it.
Here's Sutton, a problem spot. Willard talked to Andy Katz about.
Not a good defense here. A little tucked in.
Yeah, a little bit late.
Oh, don't do that to the baby in the morning. Don't scare the baby.
One of the great post-World Series moments was Bill Murray taking the microphone after Game 7 with the Cubs in the locker room. And it was on our air. I absolutely loved it. It could have gone on forever.
Power! Well, did he set him up with that individual talent? Explosive.
45-39. Seton Hall has come out with a sense of purpose and passion here in the second half. 3 minutes gone by.
Aurora was wide open on the foul line. Maybe give it to him when he flashes like that.
Nothing but air, but there's the pickup. A little loose change.
Oh, you can't see it.
And
defensively, you look to get a body, you know.
Well, the Hall now 5 out of 5 from the floor in this half, and they've all come in the paint. Powell again driving.
Not a good play there. Trying to ability bring that ball back and explode to the rim with the left.
1-4 along with Cunningham, Wara, and you see Enoch and Sutton, the 5 on the floor for Louisville.
Be careful with Sutton in the corner on his penetration.
Cunningham taking it in, and there you see what the difference is made when Sandro is on the floor from a defensive standpoint. He's been an eraser in there. Mahmoud Kalashvili.
Be careful with NZ on the ball screen. Does a great job, and if you don't cover in the back, he does some damage.
Hale looking for an opening and can't find it. Wise choice to give it to this guy with the clock winding down.
That was deep. Had to settle.
Rebound to Wara.
Much penetration.
And the stop and go, yeah, going to give him with a paw. Good friend John Saunders was very much in on that nickname that we gave you.
Well, how about Willard jumping on the bandwagon, too? Just coach your team.
That's the first installment, folks, and here's the scary part. There are many more to come.
Nice
Just one more.
NC
into Sandro.
Fine, Sandro. Kalashvili with the ability to make 3, and he does.
You know, his high school coach, Kevin Boyle, used to coach at St. Pat's in Elizabeth, New Jersey. He also mentored the current Pirates assistant, Grant Domeyer, and Shaheen Holloway. I mean, ties are strong with those guys.
Yeah, stay up on big man. By the way, I gave Kevin Boyle the last scholarship before I left. He came to Seton Hall.
Yeah.
He ended up going to St. Peter's after a couple of years, but that's sort of my claim to fame. I recognize talent.
Yeah.
Well, anybody who's mad at me for my lack of ability, well, that's too easy. A little double screen set up, 4 able to knock it down. It's all Richie Regan's fault. He's the one, he and Father Horgan, that brought me here. Of course, Richie was one of the founders of the Big East Conference. His kids still come to these ball games, and just an impact on college basketball when he played, of course, as an AD and coach. Just elevate.
Mahmoud Kalashvili, what a pass! Or facilitate. And everything but the finish there. A missed dunk by Enzi. That's the first miss of this half from point-blank range for Seton Hall. They were 5 of 5 before that, and that's a turnover.
And that day,
9 from the floor. The only miss is a slam dunk miss for Seton Hall. Louisville with 5 turnovers in this half, enabling the 5-point lead for Seton Hall. Powell, strong to the person.
Right.
The Jersey kids go into the city.
well, I think it's partly where they play.
Yeah.
And the popularity and the exposure that they get, not only newspaper, but television.
50-43. 7-point cushion now for Seton Hall. Agau lost it to Powell.
This is where he's dangerous.
Stop and go all the way to the rack.
Going into the 3 or the step back.
And Chris Mack is upset. He felt he got away with a carry.
I think he was more concerned about a foul at the other end.
19-5 run going back to the end of the first half. And the opening 6.5 of the second.
Great basketball.
Now, I think that call was made earlier on Chris Mack's team, and he wanted it to go that time. For him, it did not. There's Agau again in traffic. Philly is just a force in there defensively. McMahon finally rattles one home.
Boy, is that loose ball? Everybody skirmishes. You don't get out on the shooter, but that's got to be one. Those loose ball situations.
Well, remember, he made that shot when he did, almost 7 minutes deep, because it can be infectious. He can get really hot, very streaky from downtown. McMahon. Sandro with a drive.
Shoot it.
Kale from downtown.
Sandro had a layup at the rim going up strong.
A little too generous that time, trying to assist his teammate. There's 4 with a strong move to the hoop. And it's pulled down by Enzi.
Louisville moved in too much of a hurry, I think, on the offensive end.
Powell with a quick trigger.
Good check out by McMahon, huh?
Was it ever? DJ King comes out of there with it. He has 1 hoop today.
Drive it. That's his game.
McMahon, here's a little dribble drive and hook. You don't see that very often. Little hang time from him. Powell on the loose again. He misses one with a finger roll. King gets the drop off. Now drives baseline. No, has 6 turnovers, only 4 field goals in this half. And that gets them up to 13 for the game.
It is a different look with Gill on the floor. Now he's got to get to the rim.
In traffic, Seton corrals it for Louisville. McMahon, that's where he wants it in transition, right there.
How about Seton with the find out? They'll keep nipping away.
Yeah, I tell you, McMahon, the Sarasota sharpshooter, can get really warm really quick. That's a personal 6-0 run for him and the Cardinals. McKnight off the bounce.
Tough shot, too, under duress.
Nate Williams with the outlet.
Get it side to side a little bit.
Perry through the double team, right to number 30. Hello. The iron unkind, and it's pulled down by Gill. Boy, the Louisville bench was ready to erupt.
Yeah, they were. What a clean look he got.
It was a great pass, too.
Galen McKnight have to take over a little bit with foul. And
There's a rejection. Malik Williams deflected that one.
Enzi with a good job. They got him now. He's dribbling him. Double tick.
Yep.
Offensively, not sure what Seton Hall is going to do when they come out of these huddles.
Well, the last 3-18, the only player to score for either side is McMahon. A couple of threes. Here he is popping out. Into the passing lane is Powell, and a foul given him. Follow it. There you could see the look of frustration on Chris Mack's face. Now with 4 fouls, the first in real foul difficulty of Perry. 16th foul also against Louisville. That's going to be a problem. Seton Hall's living at the line.
Your guy, by the way.
Yeah, he's done everything in this game.
Billy with the fine, little high-low. Pretty good preparation out of the TO.
Michael Enzi on the receiving end, and he knew what to do with it. Warren gives it up on the wing, and that 3 ball is dropped by Malik Williams.
He can make it. Not killing with the 3. I mean, you're going to live with that if you're Kevin Willard versus him inside.
Seton Hall has really, when you think about it from a defensive standpoint, done a lot of good things, and yet Louisville has not lost contact.
Not a good foul for 3.
No, and
53. They eventually won the NIT championship. Dukes and Regan and Andy and Brooks, some pretty good players. But it just reminds me a little bit of that year when Louisville was coming to the NIT in the late 50s. Phil Rollins played on that team.
Boy, you are going back. I remember that. To be told about.
Yeah, exactly. Well, fortunately for you.
Even for me.
But Phil still goes to the home games down there.
The shot clock again down to 12. And Seton will launch. Well, he was a problem at the end of the first half. That was identified in the huddle, you might recall. With Andrew Gaze and company.
Yeah. Great run. John Morton. Baseline rubs, curl. kids do such a better job of keeping their pivot foot. That's a good play. Get them in some sort of a rhythm.
Well, I tell you, I'm very impressed with how Ryan McMahon has developed as an all-floor player. That defensive step-in was something he couldn't do a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but this is something he's good at, too, being without the basketball. Powell's got a big job. Can't relax. Here he comes again. Yeah. Number 10.
Malik Williams will pump it again. Oh, it stayed on the rim for a while. Powell pulls it off the deck.
He's 2 for 9 from there.
Nelson rejected by Malik Williams. Here, we'll see if they can keep it going the rest of the way.
Aurora thinks offense, so he'll be undeterred. Nice.
Deflected, but retrieved by Enzi. He's trapped immediately,
nice
and that should be a tie ball here. Well, both of these teams are strikingly similar, and we've touched on it a few times. And out of timeouts, they have heeded what their coaches wanted. Here's Kale on the drive, rejected by Williams.
Nice kick out.
Cunningham on the loose.
Boy, nice recovery. Pretty good balance. They're going to talk about defensive transition. That was extraordinary.
It was. Jordan Wara wanted to take it up, and he couldn't. There's the high pick from Wara for Cunningham. All the way to the hoop.
A little late in the back that time, Nelson.
Now that's the first field goal in 6 minutes for the Hall, for Louisville, as they get the job done. Seton Hall struggling now. 2 points now for Christian Cunningham.
And struggling on the offense, too. They could have made separation.
Kale.
Without Powell on the floor, or at least contributing on the floor. Not a great deep shooting team.
Steal. Powell got his hand in there. Nelson finds him on the wing for 3. Air ball. Kale lost it to McMahon. Quick hands.
Nothing there. That's smart. Either they had open floor opportunity.
Seton Hall is now 2 of 13 from downtown. Been most effective when driving into the paint. There's a 3 ball that does not fall. Louisville brings it down.
That fast break that they settled for 3, they could have it too easy. I mean, the old-timer, nice slip.
Oh, Sandro staying with it. Warren comes down with it. Got a really good dish. Warren up and under, let go. Seton the offensive rebound. He's rejected by Louisville. A leak out to Kane.
And the athleticism at the rim, but just excellent defensive positioning. Rejected in a run out.
Brown becoming a factor here at the Rock in New Jersey.
Looks like a home court, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Cunningham trying to go to the rim.
Off the bounce. Count it.
Toughy.
All right, Andy. And by the way, Stephen Enoch is set for the last 8:20. Now, pick number 23 back on the floor out of that timeout.
I'd look for him to get some touches down low. I think he can be a factor. Now, without the ball, pretty active.
Anthony Nelson now running the show offensively. Leaves it for Enzi. That little teardrop won't fall baseline, and it's pulled away by Quan Ford.
We'll see if they have the patience now that the coach asked for. Pick a side on the high ball screen. Get the switch they want underneath. Good job by Kale, fighting position.
Cunningham finds VJ King wide open. Boy, he's struggling with his confidence.
Sure is.
They need more from him. Powell with a teardrop. It won't fall. Pulled down by King.
He may be a little fatigued. He's had some pretty good looks for him.
Cunningham tries to answer. Enoch had it, but lost it. Nice work there by Michael Enzi again. Been a nip and tough battle throughout. Louisville has made runs. Seton Hall has had control for the most part, but you've never been able to run away. Here's Sandro.
He's not been shooting that three well.
No, he's 2 now of 14 from downtown after that miss. He's been very effective inside the dome.
We're driving.
Yeah. The Hall now 1 for their last 9. Louisville 1 for their last 6. Iron has gone downright frozen for both. Cunningham loose for 3.
He is tough. Can't get out quick enough on him.
Well, the Stanford transfer making a real difference with that bucket to tie it at 59.
Back at home in Kentucky, though.
Yeah, Georgetown, Kentucky is home.
Well, just hasn't really found it.
Oh, Powell. He was hoping for a call that he did not get. He felt 4. Got him on the shin, but no whistle.
And you can't rest Powell now, but he's going to have to steal some here.
Cunningham has his 7 points in this half. He's looking to make something happen on the switch.
That's his game.
Yeah.
That's what he's got to do. Attack.
Now that's the guy they really need more from. Physically, he's got the tools.
And he's been down the road, too.
Yeah. But the question is still there for Kevin Willard. Who's going to be that next guy? They've gone 6-42 with only 1 field goal. That's why they've not been able to run away from Louisville, even though they played so well defensively.
Louisville's really done a nice job on Powell.
Cole with a drive, and Izzy tries to keep it alive. It's finally run down by Cunningham.
Much better interior defense by Louisville. They've negated opportunities consistently.
Hale was trying his best to drive to the basket, but he attracted a lot of attention.
Nice help in the back there. Sandro with the front.
Shot clock under 10. Cunningham in a lot of trouble. Sutton tries to bail him out. Kelishvili again. Boy, Mahmoud Kelishvili has been dominant down there on the defensive end. He stayed away from that 4th foul, too, Bill.
Sandro with this pick and pop here.
Working it for McKnight. And the little floater won't go.
Why not use the glass on the layup with the left hand?
With the burner, he's carrying into the game.
Wow, what a blow by him. What use of him off the Pines.
Well, he's got foul problems, 4 fouls, and he comes right into the game and makes an impact. Seton Hall has missed 19 of their last 21 shots.
Combination of shot selection and great defense.
Powell. Bang!
As that gets it healthy quickly.
63-62. Here comes the crowd at the Rock.
Nice hesitation.
Izzy comes away with it. McKnight with his head up.
Be careful of Powell in the early.
Trying to get number 13 the ball. Not going to be easy, but that's the goal. Shot clock now down to 5. Hale in traffic. Off the heel, and it's pulled down by Cunningham. And not a touch.
Not a good trick. Not a good trick.
We're under a minute. They must stop here for Seton Hall, and Chris Mack.
They're going to find him.
How many times do we see the inbounder get the shot? Situations like this.
Powell with that assignment.
Shot clock under 10. You were right. Cunningham on the drive, and there's McMahon for 3. Hello, how do you do?
And Powell overhelped and paid for it.
Powell for 3. Not there. Mahmoud Kelishvili.
Gamble, and then stretch the game out.
Seton Hall does have a timeout. Louisville does not.
They don't want to foul him.
There's the trap. There's the trap. There's the steal.
And what?
Came into play there on that trap.
Help. Same situation.
There it is again. Sutton now.
They got to give it. Got to give it.
Waited too long, and there's the quick foul. Fouls to give.
McGuire's theory.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a near 5-second call, and ball was kicked.
shouldn't have a run out to the other basket.
Be as aggressive as they want to be here. Laura's got it, and a quick foul, give it up. Kevin Willard can exhaust one, but Chris Mack cannot. In tight quarters, does he have timeout? And as long as you've got number 13 in blue out there, you can send it to overtime with one quick bucket. Timeout.
Yeah, good call. Didn't have anything.
Get the quick tooth foul and then try to come back the other way. Well, we'll see.
With the possibility of fouling on the just before he shoots the ball.
Powell a step back, got his man airborne, too strong. Out of bounds last. In essence, getting a free timeout too. Laura quickly fouled by Powell. Laura drops them both. Louisville 8 points allowed in the last 9:44 of this game. That'll do it. A huge